Hi, I'm Kendzior, and this is the Marula 2017 collection. And today what we're going to be doing is the Natalia from the collection. So the first thing I did to prep our guest is I took her in to the wash house, and we first started with running some of the Marula Rare Oil Treatment Oil on top of the dry hair. We just gently massaged that through. Once that was added, we then went ahead and wet the hair, and then we used our Marula Oil Rare Oil Replenishing Shampoo and our Rare Oil Replenishing Conditioner, the Rare Oil Replenishing Mask we used on her. When that was finished, brought her out to get her started styling her, and we applied the Rare Oil Style Perfecting Serum, which is in our new Marula Light series. And what we've done here, after we round brushed her, we did use the Express Ion round, and we glue dried her with the Express Ion version 1. And once we were finished blowing her dry, we simply came in, did a left hand part here towards the left hand parietal ridge, straight there. Sectioned this from the crown to just behind the ear. The back section became its own. So back here you can see what we did, took sections, and we used the unclipped 1-inch curling wand, or iron here. We used it at its highest setting because she's got some pretty strong hair anyhow. And we also, as we worked through the hair, pre-sprayed it with our Rare Oil Dry Mist, which is a great item for protecting the hair while you're drying it. You can also use this wet and blow dry it into the hair. We also blew dry some of it into the hair. Then came through and just did a nice barrel loop curl, and we pinned them in with these little 2-prong clips. So some little 2-prong clips just like these at the base. Rolled them more or less off base. We don't want to have a ton of pop because we're going to expand the style anyway, and it's going to get quite large on its own. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and finish these last few curls here on top. Where on earth did that honeycomb? Oh, here's my honeycomb. I knew I had one. Alright, let me move this direction just a bit so I can do handy with my wand. And of course I've got my fabulous little pin grip on here, so I'll have the convenience of having the clips out there. And we're going to come in, and the real key with this is just to make sure that the tail stays flat. So we're going to move the iron down very close to the base. This is more or less why they're rolled a little off base, because we can't obviously take this iron all the way quite to the scalp because we don't have that clamp. And then we're going to gently just release them and take it and re-secure it, wrap it up nice and tight into a little curl. See, I already forgot I had my little pin grip right here. I got my pin grip on the wrong. Okay, we're going to pin that at the base. Take this next section here. Ultimately in the video, they ended up with 5 sections on top, 1 working into the crown. That of course will change on density of hair you're working with, because obviously with a hot tool you can only take a section of hair that the tool can handle. So if it's too thick, you won't get a great end result in the finished style. Smooth those ends. Again, here we go. Wrapping to the base, keeping that nice and tight. Keeping the tail nice and flat here on the end, so we get nice, full, but cascading barrel loop curls. Ta-da. Beautiful, fabulous. And here we go. Last but not least. heat for just a minute there. Doesn't take long. Poof. Let that be free. Take this barrel loop curl, tuck it in there nicely. A little pin love. Okay, now before we start dropping all these out, well, not before, we're going to start dropping all the curls. And what we're going to do after we drop them all, is we're going to come back and run some Marula oil through them. Some of the rare treatment oil. Do some here. The nice thing about those tools, they heat up very quickly and give a great finish and result. Very consistent, which can be very important, especially if you're having a day where you're having a special event type thing and they've got to get somewhere on time. It's nice to know you're working with a tool that can be relied upon, because most tools you can't. I was married to a tool once. No, just kidding. All right, so we're just gonna keep dropping these. I know. No humor. Whoop, 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 whoop. We got just a little caught. There we go. And we'll keep taking these out. And after we've dropped all these, we're going to take that treatment oil and we're just going to separate them. And then we're going to take one of our new Marula oil dressing brushes and start to brush it off. We'll do a little back comb to get the finger wave, to create that new finger wave look, very modern finger wave look, which honestly I think is a lot easier and quicker than putting them in and setting them when they're wet and then having to sit there and dry their hair forever and then try to brush it out. Plus it creates a much softer, away from the head kind of look. These are cool enough. The ones we just placed in. Drop it. And I'm going to start in the back here. Hopefully you can see it from over there. And we're just going to gently pull them out. And give them a little bit of polish work with the oil. Because of course the more polished the ends look now, the better they'll look in the finished result. Bring this guy in too over here. Will fall out and kind of hold their same shape that they were in. So you can see those are that nice soft barrel lip curl. Large expanded curls. It's kind of fun to watch the trend change, because a couple years ago we would have just left them like this. And now we're going to brush them out and make them more one big piece. We'll bring the hair back together for more of kind of what I think would be like a kind of 60s full feel, but with a modern twist, obviously. Because we don't want to look like we're in black and white. Around here. Oop, oop, one more little pin. Sorry, Miss Sammy. Don't want to pull all your hair out. That would be any fun. And now as I'm working it with my hands, I'm just gathering it back together, getting rid of any of those separation marks before we start to brush. Now, we're going to use our new Marula dressing brush and just bring it down. And you can see these beautiful waves here beginning to form. Make sure you get all the way through to the curls underneath. We're going to brush this all back, away from the face. Okay, now what we're going to do though is we've got a pretty good style going on, but we want to make sure, let's say she's going on the runway, so we need a little extra hold. Yeah? So what we want to do is we're just going to come in. I'm going to work on a diagonal just to make sure when we finish things blend nicely with themselves. I'm going to take this little curl here. There we go. And we're going to take this beautiful red guy and we're going to come in here and just give it a little back comb right on where the wave's at. Snap that. Let me drop this guy down. We're really gonna, you can work in a relatively large section because we want to make sure the back combing stays underneath, not necessarily on top. We're just back combing it to hold that little wave together a bit. And then here, and then here, a little at the bottom there. Okay. Coming all the way around, we're going to work off the bottom. Here, and out. Around here. And again, hopefully, you'll see the wave. So it's forming right here, a little there, a little there. Giving those waves a little love so they stay together. And they form. Spin it all the way around here. Yeah. So put it off the top a little here. There we go. Just keep expanding the curls out because we're going to have some seriously big hair down here. There we go. Around here. I'm going to scoop my fingers just a bit. See how they wear it in Russia, huh? Especially Natalia. Or were they on Bowico? Or they were on Bowico. Boris and Natalia. Oh wait, that was Natasha. That wasn't Natalia. I'm going to come all the way down here to the bottom to the tail a little bit and just give that a little love too, because we want it to expand itself out a bit more. Yeah. Roll this guy from underneath. Machine cutting this guy up a little bit. And then just push that back in there. Give it a little spray for some memory. just keep the waves together. We're just going to break that up a bit so they don't look quite so separated. And last little section over. Fantastic. Here we go. Here. We're bringing this section to the back, just so it's over the top. I was just watching that movie, X-Men First Class, and this kind of reminds me of the girl that was all in diamond shape. Not that that has anything to do with her hair today, but it does. It just reminds me. But she very much had this hair. And she's a great actress. I just can't remember her name. Fix that. It's a little bit more brushing. Or French lacing. They used to call it that. Alright. Let's just check her for balance. Look up for me there, Katie. Oh. She looks like the Natalia 2017 to me. And here's our finished product. Look how beautiful. It's so full and beautiful, beautiful waves. All right, thank you very much.